Hello, everybody. Good morning. This is Chris Hill, your presenter for the day, and we're just going to wait a couple minutes here while people get connected, and then we'll get started. So the music you hear in the background right now is just to make sure that you guys have sound settings correct, and we'll get started here in just a moment. So hang tight, everybody. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get started. Let me introduce myself once again. This is Chris Hill, the President and CEO of Overtake Digital out of Chicago, Illinois. We are a going on 9-year-old digital marketing agency that represents some of the larger companies in the country, Mutual of Omaha, Realtor.com, um, Motorola, and then a large portion of our business is also automotive. So that is what we're talking today, obviously, is automotive. So wanted to just give you a brief description of who I am. I am a Google certified partner specialist, meaning I hold all certifications for Google. I'm also a certified blueprint buyer and planner for Facebook. So just to give you a little bit of background about myself. The main thing that we're talking today is how to make pay per click or PPC produce more phone calls, leads, and ups. And I understand this is, a sensitive subject for a lot of people, but the way this typically works is fairly simple when it comes down to what Google's looking for, how people search, and what you should expect off those searches, and how to ultimately convert off of them. So let's get down to exactly how it works, and I will get through here real quick, just down to our pay-per-click section. So a lot of the world today kind of runs around programmatic, and if you don't know what programmatic is, programmatic basically means it is a software-driven solution. Software-driven solutions create an issue when it comes to conversions because a lot of these softwares that are purchased or leased or rented out by these digital marketing agencies and firms are it's software that's written for online conversion. And when I say online conversion, it's like maybe selling a watch online. So you create a pay-per-click ad. That pay-per-click ad creates a click. That click takes you to, let's just say, a watch site, and that person buys a watch. Well, basically, the way the programmatic solution sees this is they see it as, hey, we just made a conversion, we just made a sale, so adjust our bid strategy or the way that we do things based upon that to kind of go after that same type of return. Well, when you don't have those type of returns in the automotive industry, what tends to happen is you create issues and bid adjustments being placed on something like your name, because if you have a pay-per-click ad, up under your name, what we call branded search, what you're going to see there is you're going to see people, clicking, or I'm sorry, searching your name, clicking on that pay-per-click ad simply because it's at the top and it's where they want to go. The programmatic solution seeing that as a click or a conversion or even a call based upon the Google My Business, put up on the right. What that conversion is going to do is it's going to create a false sense of award for that programmatic solution or that software, and that software is going to then put more emphasis on that keyword set, not knowing that that keyword set is actually your branded keyword, your name. All right, so what tends to happen is more and more of your budget gets poured into that, and that creates an issue. Okay, because obviously now we're creating changes based upon the conversion of your name, and we need to be creating conversions on low funnel questions and answers. And let's talk about that. So, low funnel question and answer. All right. So there you have three types of funnels here. You have a high funnel, a mid funnel, and a low funnel. The way that this works is low funnel is going to be your action based funnel. All right, and what that typically means is that's somebody that's asking a action-based or a purchasing question. All right, obviously we don't have the budget or the desire to pull people into awareness of what the brand is. So if you're selling Toyotas, if you're selling Chevys, whatever that may be, we're not trying to utilize that awareness or drive awareness to the brand simply because we don't have the budget to do that, and that's more of a tier one effort from the OEM. A tier two effort, for your new car dealers, is typically going to be like Chevy Drive Chicago or a regional effort by the OEM, more on a local or regional basis. Again, that's more interest and desire building. What we need to focus on is tier three, okay, and that's the action-based messaging. So, what is a tier three question? Well, a tier three question is the same thing that anybody would walk onto your lot and ask you why they're there. All right. So, if they walked on the lot or they look at the car and they say, what's the price? What's the payments? What's the lease? What's the specials? What are the incentives? These are all low funnel action buying based questions. All right. Those are the questions that are going on every single day in the search engine that a lot of dealers are missing out on. All right, so this creates again an issue simply because we're spending our money on dealers near me, which could be parts, service, whatever, new, used, which do have merit to them. But when you're talking about low funnel questions, used 2018. Ford Explorer, used 2025 or 23 Chevy Corvette. All right, these are all low funnel questions that we need to make sure that our pay per clicks are, our pay per click ads are focused on. So I'm in St. Charles, Illinois, right outside of Chicago, and let's just go in there and ask a used question. I'm sorry, a low funnel question. So we're just going to type in 2024 Toyota Camry lease. Now, what we're looking for here is the answer to the consumer's question. So when I ask for a lease, um, this St. Charles Toyota is actually giving us an APR, which is an incentive. However, it's not the answer to the lease. Now, we're going to talk about what difference that makes here in a moment, but this didn't answer my question because I was looking for a lease. So then we go to the next one down, and you have Toyota of Naperville. New lease deals in Naperville, lease your Toyota. Now, they did talk about the lease. The ad is about a lease. However, they didn't answer the question. So that consumer that is searching for a lease still has not gotten the answer to their question. And that creates an issue simply because this consumer is looking for the answer to the question and we're not providing it. So let's go down one more, and then you see the first organic non-sponsored. All right, the first organic answer is lease a 2025 Camry for $359 a month for 36 months. Now, why is that the number one result organically? All right. Now you need to understand that Google is a question answer engine. Okay. So when we look at who answered the question best, Google is going to go, what is the best answer we have to this question? We'll start with paid. All right. And then we'll go down to organic. So you see that Google finds the absolute answer to that question. And there you go. It's number one organically simply because Toyota answered the question. Now, obviously, Google wants to give a local answer first. That's why we didn't get a Toyota national answer and paid. We got it on a local basis. Toyota did get pulled in the organic number one, but if there was a Toyota dealership locally that was answering that question, at that point, they're going to rank number one. Okay, simply because the question and answer, the quality of the answer, that's what they're looking for. And we're not going to get in too far into organics today or SEO, but here you go. True Cars showed up, Toyota Camry lease deals and specials, simply because, again, they're answering the question. So with the paid search, we didn't answer the question. Now, what does that mean when we don't answer the question? Well, Google has this thing that's called a quality score. Now, the quality score is the grading of your answers, your ads to a consumer's question. All right. So when we talk about my question here was a 2024 Toyota Camry lease. Okay. When we look for those answers, did either one of these ads provide an answer to that? No, they didn't. Okay, they did not give me the lease. So the ad relevancy, yes, it did say lease or it did say Toyota, but um, the overall answer was not in there. Okay. Did it have the keyword lease and Toyota in it? Yes, it did, but it didn't give me the actual lease. So the ad relevancy is low, but the keyword relevancy is high. Okay. And then landing page, finally, where is it going to take me when I click on this? Okay. So it's taking me to an offers incentives page again. There is a lease, so all they had to do is put that in their pay-per-click campaign, and they're going to get a higher quality score. Okay, so the click-through rate, the historical performance, the various relevance factors, that's all after the fact. What we really need to focus on is the keyword relevancy, ad relevancy, and landing page relevancy. So, was the ad about a lease? Yes, but it didn't give us a lease. All right. Was the ad relevancy exactly what we needed it to be? No, it did not provide us the lease. And then finally, the landing page. Okay, so did it take us to that page? Now, once we get all these things kind of marked off, checked off on the box here, Google is going to provide us a quality score. Now, the quality score is going to create, quite a difference for you, simply because the higher the quality score, all right, the lower the cost per click. Now, Google's job again is to give you the best answer to your question. So that being said, how well did we answer the question? All right, that provides the quality score. All right, so we didn't give them a lease, so our quality score is going to drop. The landing page we clicked on was about incentives and leases, so it's going to get a pretty decent score on landing page. And then the keyword relevancy was there to the point where it did say lease and it did say Toyota, at least in one of the ads. I don't think the other one actually had any type of lease wording in it. So this one had no lease wording at all in it, but it did take us to a page with lease on it, and it did talk about the Camry and Toyota. So out of our four keyword searches here, or sorry, three keyword searches here outside of the year, all right, we hit Toyota and Camry, we just didn't get lease. So once we create that quality score, you're going to be discounted based upon the quality of the ad. All right. So as you work your way up in creating these questions and answers, you're going to see a lower and lower cost of click based upon the quality score. All right. So these are the type of questions and answers that we need to be spending the money on. Now, you're going to see a lot of dealers out there spending a lot of money on their own name, all right, or spending a lot of money on, stuff like parts and service or dealer near me, which again is not really related to the sales department directly. So if that budget was based upon three different, parts, service, body shop, whatever it may be that you guys offer, this type of information is, or this type of campaign should be really split amongst those departments and that correlated budget. All right, so that is the big difference maker when it comes down to paid search. Is we want to make sure that we're answering the consumer's questions, and when we do so, we want to make sure that we're not ranking organically number one for that, because all we're doing at that point is cannibalizing our organic ranking, because this obviously is getting a heck of a lot more clicks than your paid search ads do. So right here is where we want to be. And if we are there, that's where we're going to try our best to ensure that we get, organics number one. And if we're not there, we need to make sure our paid search ads are. All right. Now, these are the type of questions and answers and search results that we want to make sure that we identify going into the account, or into the whole campaign, and make sure that, hey, are these the ones that are producing clicks? Are these the ones that are producing a large search volume? Um, in our past, when we've run these campaigns, how are these doing, creating leads, creating opportunities, phone calls, ups for us? All that should be able to be tracked, especially on the mobile based clicks. So as we look through here, it can be any type of question. It doesn't have to just be lease. Let's just say incentives. All right. Now I hope this Toyota store shows up again with incentives. Here they are. All right. So they did. Then you have Toyota.com, which has a poor pay-per-click ad because again they're just talking about Toyota Camry, but don't say anything about incentives. All right, and then you have Toyota.com again with a Toyota incentives deal. And why are they ranked organically number one? Simply because they're answering the question. All right, so this really comes down to, hey, how did we get organics number one? It's by answering the question to the best of your ability and making sure that the user experience on that page is great once you click on it. All right, so you have Toyota not only buying into this keyword set, which they organically rank number one, All right, now they're cannibalizing their own organic ranking, all right, or stealing clicks to pay for them. All right, they would have already had them. So this is where we create an issue where you're essentially working against yourself. But either way, again, we ask these questions. Now we'll just move this over to a Ford F-150 and see how some of these other dealers did. All right, so Ford Motor Company offers incentives, and offers is a great answer to the question. All right, so we can click on that and it'll go to the offers and incentives page. So again, good high quality score. Hawk got on here and I asked for an incentive, and Hawk Ford 0% APR on a 2024 Ford F-150, zero down for 90 days. This is a well-made pay-per-click ad. Now the hyperlinks or the extensions aren't there with the ad. That's based upon what they're paying, and what positioning, what type of budget they have, and also the way the ads is broken out. But that's overall not a bad ad right there. Okay, so the quality score is going to be pretty decent. If we click on it, let's just see where it takes us. Hopefully, it just doesn't drop us off at a inventory page, which a lot of these dealers are doing. Yeah, and that's what it does. So the quality score is going to be dropping because, again, we're looking for an incentives page, and they just dropped us on an inventory page. All right, and that creates, again, a quality score issue, higher cost per click. Less clicks means less leads, less opportunities. All right, so we might as well maximize this to ensure the best possible campaign results. All right, so let's talk about essentially the way that this all comes together is we need to identify, or you need to identify the low funnel questions that are happening in your space on a daily basis. All right. So how are people finding your dealership, or how do you want them to find your dealership? What questions would you think, or have you researched on Google Trends, keyword reports, your analytics? What questions are people typing into the search engine to find your dealership, to find dealerships like yours, new or used, and make sure that you either organically show up there, which is great, but when you're not, you got to use that necessary evil of pay per click, all right, to drive them there. All right, so that's going to be exactly what we're trying to do is focus on those low funnel questions and drive that traffic down to the dealership so they have an opportunity to convert. All right. So, obviously the paid search side of things, I don't want to get too technical with you guys, but I think that you guys can understand, very easily how quality score affects cost per click and how low funnel questions and answering those questions are going to create additional opportunities and clicks for you. Also, how the SEO can, help. And again, I'll touch on that a little bit more. If this, when we clicked on this page, if we had an organic landing page about F-150 incentives rather than just inventory, not only are you going to find yourself moving up in organic ranking, but you're also going to find yourself a lot better of a cost per click simply because you created a page to answer that consumer's question. All right, so your um, landing page relevancy will increase and your cost per click will decrease based again on the quality score of the ad. All right, so that's what we're really looking to do. Ad copy relevancy, keyword relevancy, landing page relevancy are all going to affect that cost per click. Everything else on that list was after the fact. The click-through rate, the historical performance, the variance relevance factors, or various relevance factors are all after the fact. So the big three right off, the meat of this quality score is going to be the here and now, the keyword, the ad relevancy, and the landing page relevancy. All that's going to drive up your quality score, which is going to drive down your cost per click and obviously give you more opportunity across the board. So, what I wanted to do here is kind of, and this is just one random dealer. I haven't pulled them up before. We just, obviously threw that Q&A up there, went off of, off the whim. But let's take a look at this dealer because I'm assuming Hawk's a pretty big group out here in the Chicagoland area. And let's just type in 2013 Ford Focus SE. All right, so what you're going to see here typically is you're going to see a lot of dealers doing VLAs. All right, the problem is and these are vehicle listing ads. The problem with doing these, essentially, is there's no issue doing them from the dealership or doing them yourself. But when you go through companies like Car Gurus, Auto Trader, Cars.com, I basically want to, just point out to you that VLAs used with third parties are not only taking your own vehicle that they're utilizing to draw clicks to their site, but then they're also selling you back the lead. All right, now that's becomes an inherent issue for numerous reasons. And the big ones right here, I'll just show you guys right off the bat. If you guys take a look, and these are other cars that I've been searching. So if you guys take a look here, the 2013 Ford Focus Titanium, obviously this dealer has one, but here's another one, here's another one, here's another one, here's another one. So now they're basically leveraging your inventory up against everybody else that they have, essentially giving everybody else that was already bought in on your vehicle that wanted to look at it is now getting an opportunity to look at every other dealership that's out there right now. Okay, and that's going to create an issue. Why? Because now you're taking away traffic from your own website, all right, or your own car, and giving it to everybody else. Okay, this is something that your dealership should be doing themselves, all right, through a proper ad campaign. All right, and we'll just go in here and type in, Ford F-150. All right, and we'll go into, 20, let's just put in 2020 F-150. All right, here we go. Here's another car. It's in St. Charles. Take a look here, 20,000 miles. Oh, hey, I like this. It seems like a good price. I go to click on it. This is another Car Guru, so let's find another one. Here's Auto Trader. All right. Same difference. This is going to offer other vehicles that they have. Okay. It's also going to cookie your instance here that make sure that they go, okay, this guy is looking for a Ford F-150, so let's throw them every other dealer that we have with Ford F-150s. All right. So what that does again is it dilutes your prime market that's looking for your cars. All right. Now, you know, um, VLAs are easily done. It's through a paid search campaign, just like anything else with Google on a sponsored ad. So you should be doing these yourself. Okay, there's zero reason to be spending money or giving the opportunities. Now you can kind of narrow down why Cars.com or Car Gurus or Auto Trader will do this for free for you. And I say that in quotations. They do that because they're utilizing your own inventory to work against you. All right, and basically work on driving leads to your dealership and everybody else's based upon the car. So then it's a race to the bottom with price, so you can draw up leads through that opportunity. But all you're really doing is just again diluting the super sample of the customer that's clicking on your ad, your car, which you earned because your car is a good price and it's a nice car. But now we're just diluting that by giving everybody else the opportunity to see that all the other vehicles in the area, which they might not have seen. So just run an ad campaign yourself, all right, or through your ad agency and make sure that you're doing it. And this way you guys aren't diluting. Now you might have to pay a little bit like a normal pay per click management fee, but at least now we're not giving Car Gurus all the people that like your car. We're not giving them to their super sample of customers in the market for Ford F-150 so they can drive remarketing and other vehicles directly to them. Once they're on your site, guess where they go after that? They look at your other cars in inventory. And this way you keep them on your site. You don't give them opportunities to see, if they drive another 20 miles, they could save another 2 grand on a comparable truck. They're in your market. They're here. They're taking a look at your car. Let's keep them on your site. All right, and this way you keep the traffic that you created. All right, so that all being said, this isn't a very long webinar, just due to the fact that I don't want to get too deep with paid search because a lot of dealers don't want to get down into the nitty gritty. But let's just kind of recap on what we talked about today. Um, Again, low funnel. All right. What we're looking for is action based searches. So make sure your ad campaigns are focused on low funnel searches, questions and answers. What questions and answers are driving people to your website? All right. The quality of your ads. Are you just saying something generic? We get this type of stuff all the time. And I'll just give you one example here. We just type in, 2024, um, Nissan Rogue lease. Okay, so sometimes you're gonna get this stuff like you think it Rogue does it. This is a very generic answer. So I asked for a lease. Now let's just I know I misspelled Rogue there, but let's just assume this is what we put up there. Okay, now assume you walk into Best Buy, right, and you go to the TV section, and you say, "Hey, what is the price on this TV?" And they say, "You think it, the TV does it," or we treat everyone like family. All right. Um, no one cares. I asked for the price of the TV. So if you don't deliver that price, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the next store down the road. I'm not going to sit there and continuously ask you for the price when you answer with things like learn more, it's your next adventure. People don't care about this stuff. People don't read it. All right. So this is where we create issues with, continuous just bland pay-per-click campaigns that are not going to drive any question and answer. Again, here's Hawk of Nissan in St. Charles. Lease a 2024 Nissan Rogue. I asked for a 2024 Nissan Rogue lease. 2.9 APR for 60 months. They didn't give the lease again, but you guys get the idea. Their ads are starting to get closer and closer to what the consumer's asking for. They might even earn a click there. So let's make sure that we're relevant for those questions and answers. That's going to drive your quality score up, drive your cost per click down, more money. So if you're at 10,000 clicks, all right, I'm sorry, if you're at 10,000 clicks for $10,000, you're at $1 a click, right? Now you bring that quality score up to a 10. Now you're at 20,000 clicks for the same amount of money, but now you focused on low funnel. So you're driving double the amount of clicks for the same price. You're at low funnel questions and answers, so you're only grabbing people that are asking buying based in market questions, all right, and you have a high quality score, which is going to continue to drive a better and better leads and opportunities to your store. All right, and then lastly, your vehicle listing ads. Let's make sure that you're not utilizing vehicle listing ads through third parties simply because we want to make sure that we keep people on your website continuously to make sure that they're shopping your cars and not being offered every single car in the market all around you, at any time. And also being cookied or followed or tracked by those third-party sites to continuously remarket them with 5 to 10 different cars just like yours in the market that they also represent. Let's do this yourself. Let's be successful with it. I kind of want to open this up a little bit to Q&A. So if you guys do have any questions that you guys would like to add, I'd be more than happy, or like to ask, I'd be more than happy to answer those. You guys can just put those in the chat bar to the side there, and I'd be more than happy to go over those. If you want me to pull some of your guys' ads, I will do that by utilizing I search from or AdWord preview tool. Remember, when we're looking at ads, you want to make sure it's the correct time of day. I don't want to beat up on ad agencies that are continuously, badgered that their ads aren't showing at 3 o'clock in the morning or 1 o'clock in the morning or even 7 a.m. because there could be specific times that your market or your demographic converts the highest. And with a limited pay-per-click budget, you got to make sure that those, that you're not, reaming out your ad agency for, utilizing your money at the best time of the day. But I would assume right around lunch all the way till into the evening at this point, your ads should be showing. People are searching right now. It's the middle of the month, so you should have plenty of budget left, throughout the month. So you're not going to be out of ad budget, and it's early enough in the day that you shouldn't have spent all your ad campaign money on that keyword search right now. So your ads should be showing right this minute. All right. And again, if they're not, or if you're getting a generic result on your paid search questions and answers, make sure that you ask why and what has that produced for me. And at that point, how many, opportunities or conversions did that create for you? A decent ad agency should be able to provide all that information to you at any time. So we've been about a half an hour. That's about what I wanted to be at today. I appreciate you guys giving me the opportunity to kind of walk you guys through this. I did not see any questions pop up, so I'm gonna go ahead and close out. But if you do have any questions or would like to get in touch with me, my information's right there to the side of the screen. You can write me. We can look over your guys' stuff primarily together. We'll do kind of a a digital landscape assessment, which will kind of look at everything that you guys do digitally, from your website and your call to actions all the way through your SEO, your landing pages, your local optimization into your ads, and beyond. So if you guys want to do that, we can always do that as well. Just contact me. And then if you did sign up for this, webinar today, I will make sure that we send you a version, an online viewable version of this webinar, to make sure that you guys can watch back before you guys talk to your ad agency, or before you guys start making changes, to ensure that you guys are doing the right thing. So I want to I wanted to thank you guys again for watching, and look forward to the next one. I will talk to you all soon. Have a great day.